But I've never felt more me than who I am now. It's just not what I imagined.
Cause I don't give them no more chances.
I was gonna try to go to the coffee shop straight after the gym because I woke up kind of late. It's 10 a.m. right now, and I know that doesn't sound late, but it is. Anyways, I can't do it. I really wanted to, but I literally can't do it. I sweat, and then I'm like, no, I smell. Like, I have to go home and shower. And I just feel like this is why I have to get up early, because the gym takes out, like, a chunk of your day. Respectably so. Like, you need to go to the gym. But I'm just like, you know, like, why did the effort was there, but I just work out way too hard, and I don't want to go into public smelling bad. So I'm gonna quickly, I'm not even gonna bring my water inside. Quickly rush, shower. And get ready for the day. Today was also leg day at the gym, so I don't know what gave me the impression that I like wasn't gonna sweat hard. I literally say this every single day before I go to the gym. I'm like, oh, I just won't sweat hard today. Oh, like I just won't. And then I do. But my stuff is in the car, so it's already packed and ready to go. I just have to get ready to go. I finally made it to the coffee shop. I decided to go to a different one today. This is the one that, I don't know, I really like their coffee and they have really good food, but the atmosphere, I'm not even gonna blame it on the establishment. It's the type of people that come in here who I just don't really rock with. So I never really come here. Plus they're closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. I've been here a few times with my mom when they were downtown, like at a smaller shop. I used to go there all the time with my mom in high school, and then they moved to like a bigger building, and I don't know, I just stopped going. So we'll see how it goes today. I've been in a rush, if you can't tell. I didn't wake up late, but I also didn't wake up early. I normally like to wake up at around like 6:30 is the sweet spot, because it takes me a while to get up out of bed. And then I do my devotional and stuff. I'm doing the Bible plan a year, so that takes some time, especially right now. I just finished up Leviticus and I'm in Numbers. So that should tell you everything you need to know. I feel like the Bible Project does a wonderful job of breaking it down though, because reading Leviticus before, I was like, I have no idea what's going on. Why are we doing these sacrifices? Like, I was just confused. But seeing like the significance and the importance behind it, and also them bringing in like the time period contextualization, if you will, makes sense. I'm not gonna say that it's like all the way there, click, but it makes sense. So yeah, so that takes some time. So I'm just feeling a little bit behind today. Today's the first day where I'm going to be doing AAMC, like the packs. So I'm going to do the independent pack today. I'm going to try to do the whole thing, which is like, I think 150 questions. We're going to see if I can do that all in one day. 30, maybe it's 120 questions. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that on the inside. I did not finish reviewing my practice exam. I need to. I have like 30 more questions in biology, and then there's 4 questions I think in the general chemistry section, or the chemistry physics section, that I need to review. They're dealing with electrochemistry. How long am I gonna let that torment me before I watch a video? No more after today. Oh. Pull through. So excited. Oh. I feel so bad. I just pulled through and this car is about to turn in. So I have a lot to get done today. I also think I'm going to try a new way of doing reviews, because all day yesterday I was reviewing like and writing like crazy, and like my arm and my shoulder hurts. So I got to figure out a better way, which I knew this. Literally when I did MED, I went through a whole thing of like, I can't write my notes. My hand's hurting. I can't write my notes. And so I had to figure out a different way to study. Why did I try to revert back? But truly, I understand the material so much better when I'm able to like write down and like see like pen, paper, or iPencil, iPad. But whatever. I'm gonna go inside, get food, get coffee, and get to work. It's so nice out today, and I'm like, should I do something with my break? Should I do something? But I don't really know what to do, so I think I'm just gonna go sit in my egg chair, maybe bring my Kindle, but reading right now really does feel like work, and I just don't want to do that, so I probably will just sit on my phone, to be honest. But I don't want to do that, because that also is just like straining my eyes, straining my neck, so truly, I don't know what to do with my free time, and that's the issue that I always have, because I don't want to do anything that feels like chores or work, but at the same time, I don't want to take a nap. I don't want to go on TikTok. I don't really want to read, even though it is fun. I might read because I started randomly Ruthless Vows, and it's pretty good, extremely good. So I'm gonna go home, and I'll tell you guys what I did once I get home, because I forgot to do that. Okay, I'm back home. I think I'm gonna go for a walk, because if I don't walk now, then I won't walk later. The only thing that sucks about walking at this time is the fact that I feel like this is such a like minuscule, minute problem, but I just showered. Like this happens every year during the summertime, really, because I go on walks all the time. But I literally shower it feels like 5 times a day, because obviously if I'm gonna be walking outside, then I'm gonna come back in and shower, and then I go to the gym in the mornings. But anyways, while I was studying, I saw that Allie Hazelwood just announced, I got an email through Barnes & Nobles, I haven't been on any social media and seen it, but she just announced Mate, and I really liked Bride. The only reason I could not give it 5 stars, one, I mean, looking back, do I think about it as often as I do my 5 stars? I don't know. It's the first like paranormal whatever romance that I've read, but I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I really love my time reading it. So I think I would have given it like a 4.75, if not 5 stars. Right now in my head, it's a 4, because that ending,
Oh my God!
I never needed to know those intricate details. And I feel like I've seen a lot of people either be like, A, it didn't bother them, or B, they're on the same side as me, where it's just like, what was that? But anyway, she introduced Mate. I am so excited because the storyline is so good. My girl Misery, that's the perfect name. I actually don't know if that's her name. I make up names all the time, but I'm pretty sure it is. It's crazy to me too, because like her and what's his name, Lo, I don't know. Oh, it was so good. So I'm excited for that. But while I was at the coffee shop, I did the first thing that I have to do for the AAMC like materials. I already took the first practice exam, and I took the unscored exam. So I'm doing the online questions, because it's like 30, 30, 30, 30. And I said I want to try to do that in a day. We're in crunch time mode, people. Like every minute counts, every second counts. I've been thinking so much about like, should I push it back? I feel like I'm at the perfect spot where if it was like the test date was like maybe 2 weeks later, I would be fine. But like, would you ever be fine? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things where I feel like I'm either in the best possible space where I like could potentially figure it out by then, or not. I don't know. I still have time, but it's just kind of stressing me out. I have been thinking about rescheduling it. You know what's so crazy? I scheduled it and I got it at like a way later date. Like, it was so late, and I was like, ugh. So I was like on the wait list to get the date that I got now, and then I finally got it now in my hometown. That's a thing too. It's so rare to get the test date where you want it to be, and the date and the time. Like, so I'm just like, I don't know. But a big part of me is like, there's just a lot of thoughts, and I wanted to kind of talk about it because I feel like not a lot of people really talk about like this side of the MCAT, like studying. Like, I'm at the point now where I could probably study all day, and the only thing that's stopping me is the physical limitations, such as my eyes getting tired, my neck starting to hurt, I have shoulder pain, my back occasionally hurts from like sitting down in the chair for too long, mental reasons. Like, those are the only reasons why I'm not studying all day long. And I feel like it's just one of those things where like, if you really want something, you'll do everything in your power to do it. And I feel like I'm trying my best, and I just like keep going back and forth between like, okay, like if it doesn't work out, like maybe it's not for you. And then I'm like, well, who are you to tell yourself to give up on your dreams, you know? And why would you let this one thing stop you? Like, yeah, it's hard, but it's not impossible. And I've seen so much growth in the past 2 weeks alone. So I just need to keep believing in myself and believe that I'll figure it out, because it is a little bit of a switch from UWorld to AAMC like materials, first of all. Second of all, I feel so much like more like, I don't even know what the correct term is, but like better able to handle the content that's on there. And I'm going to tell you guys a little thing that happened. So we left off where I was kind of like freaking out about the practice exam, but I was like, you know what, it'll be okay, like I'm just gonna review it, la 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 la. Well, I'm on TikTok, as is everybody, and I'm scrolling, and since I interact with medical stuff, MCAT stuff, I tend to get it a lot, which sometimes I just scroll past because I'm like, it's too much, and then other times I'll watch. Really, there is no rhyme or reason. I don't know how I ended up on this video, but the girl's like, if your score is not where you want it to be, 9 times out of 10 it is either, she was basically like, it's content. And I told you guys, I hate when people say that. It irritates me so much. But then she was like, if you're like me and you hate when people say this, listen to what I'm about to say next. So I was like, And she was just basically like, you need to humble yourself and realize that it probably really is content. Like, it's a content exam, and the way that they ask questions, yeah, that can be tricky, but like 9 times out of 10 it's going to be content, and like you just need to humble yourself and like figure it out, right? So I was like, whatever. But then I started thinking about it. I was like, maybe I am being too cocky. Like, maybe I don't know all the content as well as I say I do. And like, it's very crazy because in chemistry, I'm completely humbled. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, yada yada yada. So I worked 20 times harder and was way more willing to accept that it was a content gap than with any of the other like sections. Well, biology has also been not the greatest, and now it's at the same level as chemistry, which is crazy. Go chemistry. But biology, we need to get it up. I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what, a lot of this is content. There was this one question that I had about epilepsy, and I like Googled it, and you know how Google has the AI, and I was like, wow, this really is content. Like, not so much as stuff that I would have seen if I would have done any of the Miles Down Anki decks or the MEM flashcard decks, nothing like that, but it's just like actual content. Like, I don't know how to explain it other than the only other way I would learn about this is if I was sitting in a lecture and they happen to be talking about biology. Like, everything is content, even down to the way that you interpret the graphs and like tables and experimental passages. Like, that is also content. Being able to manipulate it, content. So then I just started looking at it like that, and I feel like I've seen my scores go up like maybe 1 or 2 points since looking at it like that, which is crazy. So that's kind of where I'm at. I feel like I am either in the perfect place or like 2 weeks off from the perfect place. But I think I'm just going to reevaluate a little bit later and see. And if I need to push it back, then I'll push it back. But right now I'm really working hard. I got 56% on chemistry and biology. I got 13 wrong for both. You know what's crazy? It's pretty leveled out, because if we doubled that would be like, what, 26 out of 59, which I feel like I've been getting like about that many wrong on an actual practice exam. Let's see. Okay, maybe a little bit less. I've been getting like, yeah, 22, 26 wrong. So I feel like it's accurate. So I'm very excited to see what I missed, hopefully to figure it out and fix it. And I feel like the more, it's like, what do they call it? Exposure therapy. Like, the more that I throw myself into the world of AAMC practice questions, I'm crossing my fingers that I will get better at it while simultaneously doing my cars every single night, which I did it last night, literally laid in bed with my arm hurting so bad from studying. I did it, and it was like 11 o'clock at night while simultaneously doing my flashcards. That's been a little bit harder. I did like 20 flashcards yesterday. While I was on the couch, I was just like trying to rest my neck, and I had a podcast going on in the back, completely fell asleep, clocked out. So I need to do a good bit of flashcards today. That's just my plan and goal, is to just expose myself to so many AAMC style questions while simultaneously working on the flashcards that I created from UWorld and the ones that I will put into Anki after I finish reviewing my last full length, and just hope that it works out. The hardest part, I will say, is maintaining and juggling everything. I feel like I either have enough time to review and do flashcards, or do flashcards, do cars, or do practice questions and review those and maybe like do cars. I don't know how to do all of that, which is do practice questions, review those practice questions, put those practice questions into Anki, do those Anki questions, do cars. Am I missing something? All in one day. Like, that's a lot to do on one day. And yeah, especially if they all take about 2 or 3 hours, which that's good timing. It's just like one of those things where I'm just gonna have to try my best and let God do the rest. So that's my little spiel on that. I'm going to change into some leggings and go on a walk and sit on my deck. It's 1:30 right now. I think I'm gonna try to be back to work by like 3:15. Did y'all see my food? This thing that I get from there is literally so good, it's ridiculous. Oh, it's so good. And I got strawberries put on it today when I was ordering it. The lady was like, so you're supposed to get 5 things up there, but I get like the pre-made one. And then I take off 3 things. And she was like, you're wasting your money. Like, why don't you try to create your own? And I was like, I really don't like that much. Like, because I don't like cheese. I don't like avocado. There's something else up there that they put up there that I didn't like. And I was like, cooked. But I did it. I got chicken, bacon, apples. They have like this spicy mustard. And then I got strawberries, which I was kind of hesitant on the strawberries because I was like, I don't know if that's going to be good with it. But it doesn't bother me. So let's go inside. As you can see, finished on my walk. Only did like 2 laps. I got scared. Story of my life. But I always go by the theory, better safe than sorry, you know? Plus, I told myself if it was already 2:15 by the time I finished my 2nd lap, that was it. And my body was tired. So you know what? It was a conglomerate of reasons why I decided to end my walk after 2 laps. Because normally, guys, I do like 5. 3 minimum. 5 max. Yeah, I'm just sitting outside enjoying my egg chair. I'm about to get comfy in a few seconds because this position isn't doing it for me. I'm supposed to take a practice exam on either Friday or Saturday. I think I scheduled it this week for Saturday because I made a car appointment on Friday at 8 a.m. I'm just gonna sit here and think about my life. I'm actually taking a break from YouTube. Oh look, I just saw this. What were you talking about? I'm actually taking a break from editing and posting on YouTube. I was editing a vlog and I have like an hour of raw footage left, if that. And it's the first day of me studying for the MCAT. I think I'm going to take a break from posting and uploading because I don't necessarily feel guilty, but like I really and truly don't have time. The only reason I even edited that vlog is because it was Sunday, which was a rest day, and I'd already done my work for the day. So I think I'm just going to edit a little bit on Sundays, but I don't think I'm going to post until after my exam. So take a little bit of a break. I don't necessarily want to. I really have this like goal in my head of posting like every single week, maybe 2 times a week, but I think I'm gonna have to wait until after my exam. Also, I just heard what my voice sounded like right now and I kind of wanted to stop talking. Like in the middle of telling you guys that, I was like, oh my gosh, is that my voice? Like I'm hearing it right now and it's kind of annoying me. So I don't know what that means, but it's really sad for me because I feel like so much of my life is being put on hold. But I was listening to Emma Chamberlain's podcast and I might finish listening to it, and she just reiterated a really good point that I've known, and I feel like sometimes you just need to rehear stuff. But she was like, there's seasons in your life. Also, I hope this audio is good because you guys are sitting on this pillow. When there's seasons in your life where you have to work extremely hard with very little like self-care, fun breaks, you know, like very little like doing things that keep your soul alive type of things. And then there's other times in your life where you're able to really just dive in and figure out like what makes you happy and what your purpose is like outside of that. And you know, there's points that I agree with, points that I don't agree with. I feel like it's very true though, because right now I find even when I'm doing things that I need to do every single day to take care of my soul, so for me that's spending time with Jesus, praying, reading my Bible, I find that it's a lot harder for me to focus. Now it could be because I'm in Leviticus and Numbers. Could very well be that, but it could also just be the fact that I have a lot going on. I still prioritize it and still try to isolate my time and like make that time like my priority and like special, if you will. That's not the right word, but like just keep the thoughts at bay, which is hard because I have ADHD. It's ADD, but whatever. But I like the point of like there's times where you're going to have to put your head down and work, and there's very little like fun, and I feel like this is the time for me now. And then after this I'll have time where it's like mostly fun, very little work. And so that'll be interesting because I don't really do well with either. I really like, this is gonna sound so toxic, but I really like the student life. I feel like it's the perfect balance of like sometimes you have tests and that means you have to work really hard, and then other times like you just have your basic assignments and quizzes so you can like study for a little bit throughout the day and then you'll be done, and then you can like read at night and like you can work out and have like a balanced of it all. Is that pick me? Because I'm not trying to be. It genuinely, that is like where I feel like I lie a little bit, because I do love learning and I love anatomy, human science in general. I really do. I find it so fulfilling to like learn about. But at this rate of studying, I do fear that my body is slightly breaking down, and it is hard to wake up every single day. And I won't even say the learning part is bad. What's bad is the seeing your score fluctuate or barely move or be really good one day for you to turn around and do awful the next. I guess that's what fluctuate means, but I feel like that's the hardest part, and feeling like you're doing everything in your power, but once again, your score is not really reflecting all the work that you feel like you've put in. And so I'm not a fan of that part, but I do really, really love studying, and I do really, really love the path that I've been on. And it's just so crazy because I was thinking the other day, I was like, there was this song trending and it goes, I have a feeling you got everything you wanted. The world ended when it happened to me. Something like that. And I was thinking about it because everybody was making these edits to it. And I saw this one edit of this girl who, like, if she would have chose a different path in life, she was like wondering what would have happened. And I was like, that's so true, because I often think about the defining moment in college when I decided to go one way versus the other. And I feel like we all have this in our lives where, like, there's certain paths that you get on that are irreversible. And for me, this path feels irreversible. Whether that's true or not, that's how it feels in my mind. And so I often, every once in a while, not often, I'll think about what happens if I would have just went the other path. And it kind of makes me sad because there's so many things that we would be different. And I feel like I would be a completely different person, like drastically. But I've never felt more me than who I am now. It's just not what I imagined. Not to get deep. Long story short, I'm gonna sit here and continue to think about my life while also trying to take a break because I have to go back into the office and work. I think when I come back, I'm going to finish up my practice questions, take another break, and then I need to review my practice test, and then that's gonna be late. So after that, I might only have time to do cars. But the next day, hopefully, I could like review the questions that I did today. And I told you guys I have a new way that I'm going to try to review. No more writing down. No more writing down anything because it's hurting. It's really hurting me. So I'm just going to make it Anki deck directly from. I don't know if I'll really like it, but I don't really have much of a choice. And then just study and then do my next set of questions, and we'll see where we end up. I'm really hoping that I can pull up my score kind of drastic. I feel like, here's the thing. I feel like I can move up my score at least 3 points in each category. And that itself is what? 3 times 4 is 12. Did I do that right? I think I did. That's drastic. And so I feel like that's just how I need to think about it. Like, if I can move up 2 to 3 points in each category, that can move up my score 10 to 12 points. So that's just how I'm going to focus on it for now. I feel like that is very doable, and I'm just going to do my best and try my best. And so that's where I'm at. I'm going to go, and I'll see you guys upstairs in the office when it's time for me to do cars and psych soc left. So I'll probably do cars first. I don't really want to. And then I'll do psych soc. I think I'm going to make me another coffee too. It's 3:15. It's kind of late, but I also don't like need a coffee. Like, I'm not tired because I woke up kind of late today, but I just enjoy the taste of it. Why does this taste awful? This tastes like almond milk. Where's the coffee? So yesterday I convinced myself that this desk and chair duo was the reason why my neck was hurting, so I sat in this desk and chair duo. I think it's just me, but I'm back in the office, ready to work hard. Made my coffee. I don't know why I said it like that. You want to know what song I've been listening to? Marjorie by Taylor Swift. Aww. It's so beautiful, but I feel like it's one of those songs where you're either in the mood for it or it just hurts a little bit too much to listen to. And I feel like up until now it just hurt a little bit too much to listen to, but I literally, for some random odd reason, cannot stop listening to it. The autumn chill that wakes me up. I should have asked you questions. So that's what I've been listening to while studying. That, and then Get Ready For It. Complete 180. Revolving Door by Tate McRae. I love watching the tram when they're like, my cold heart. Da, 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 da. I'm like, how are you? Listen, I danced and cheered majority of my life. I probably wouldn't even have attempted to do that while I still had the flexibility and the capability to. Now, I know I ain't doing it, but I would love to. One of my goals for this summer, and really like the rest of this year while I'm not studying, which I have been working on it, is to just increase my flexibility. But I feel like it's really easy for me to stretch my legs, obviously, but it's not so easy for me to stretch my back. The only true back stretch that I know is a bridge. Ooh. And I don't want to do that every day. But I think I'm going to start trying to stretch my back. I've already been trying to like, I want to get my splits, but I've just been like working on my splits so I don't lose what I have and like, you know, eventually work my way there. It's so hard though. You want to hear something humbling? I do my splits in the gym. I do. I do. At first I was like, oh my gosh, like people are going to be looking at me. And then I was like, you know what? You're either going to stay inflexible and just keep hurting yourself because you're refusing to stretch, or you're just going to learn to stretch before you work out wherever you are, whether that's in the garage, whether that's at the gym. You're gonna learn to do it. So one day I did it, and then my biggest fear came true. I had my headphones on, but I never truly had my headphones at full volume. Hello, I'm a girl. Oh, the splits! And I was like... But I was like, can we not? But Caitlin, whenever she goes with me, she does her splits too. I see a few other girls like stretching too. So I don't feel like that awkward about it. But I just feel like it's one of those things where like, I just feel like it's kind of inappropriate to comment on. Period. You know, like if I see someone stretching, I'm not gonna be like, oh my gosh, your splits are so good. Or like, oh my gosh, you're doing the splits. Like, it's just one of those things where I'm just like, I feel like we don't need to talk about it, make comments on it, say anything about it. So that was kind of embarrassing. But also, I don't know if you guys saw it today, but I did film myself at the gym. Anytime I do anything, I feel like people are like, huh? But then again, it could just be all in my head. I don't mind filming in public, but I do mind filming in places that I go to frequently. I don't know if that... I don't have no problem whipping out my camera in barns, even if there's a lot of people. Especially if I'm just going in to buy books, that's the best. But if I'm sitting down studying, it's a little bit harder. Places that I go to, like, every day, like the gym, coffee shops get kind of hard for me when I feel like sometimes people come to coffee shops to, like, dish out the tea. And I don't want them to ever think, like, oh my gosh, my whole conversation is going to be used. Or, like, she's going to go back and listen to my conversation. Trust me. This is how you know you can trust me. One, if I'm filming myself studying, best believe I'm not listening to the sound, period. After like the first 15 seconds, unless I'm specifically listening for like, in some of my vlogs, they'll say like, Erica, like your coffee's ready. I'll listen for that part and then I'll mute. I'm not going back and listening to it. It's a time lapse. Your voice will not be in it. You will not be in it. I'm not going to listen to it, because who's going to go back and listen to 15 to 30 minutes of raw footage of me sitting there studying and I'm not talking? So I feel like, yeah, I'm always like, you can trust me, but then I'm like, they don't know me. And I wouldn't want, but I also like don't talk about stuff that I like wouldn't want other people to hear about in public. But that's because I'm paranoid. Why am I talking about this right now? But yeah, I don't know how we got on this subject, because I was talking about Marjorie. Today, let me tell you something. It feels like the more that I try to focus, the more my thought patterns seem to just disperse from a point. Like the fact that I took Marjorie by Taylor Swift, went into Tate McRae, went into the dance, and then talked about my flexibility. Like the semantic network is crazy. But it's me though. It's me. I should probably get to work instead of yapping y'all's ears off. I think I'm going to do a little bit of a time lapse. I'm not going to listen to any music while I do my cars, obviously. That's when I'll do my time lapse, and then we'll do Psych Soch, and then we'll be done. A perfect way to end today would be if I was able to finish these set of questions, finish reviewing biology and my chemistry questions, which I have to watch a whole YouTube video for my chemistry, figure out what the heck I don't know, because I don't know anything about electrochemistry, honestly, at all, besides electrons travel from the anode to the cathode, I think. And there's galvanic cells versus electrolytic. Don't get me started. And then if I could review the questions that I did today and then do my cars, perfect. I will forfeit, sadly, the flashcards, or like do them in bed. That would be like the perfect day to me if I could do all that. So that's my goal. And I will see you guys after I do this. See you guys soon. can tell the sun's setting, so I apologize for the off lighting. But I got an 80% on this one, which this passage was easy, or like this set of cards was easy. I don't think that it's very representative of a full length or what I'll get. Happy, but doesn't really impress me. And the first time I did this question set, however long ago, I also got 80%. I didn't remember any of the passages per se. I'll say the first one was the hardest. Finish cards. I'm going to take a little bit of a break and then I'll come back and do psych social. Okay, I'm back from my little break and now I need to do the last section of these questions. The thing about these sections is I was thinking 30 questions should take place in about 45 minutes because that's half the time. No, because there's no discrete questions until the last 5. Which isn't representative of how it is on the exam. You normally have about maybe 1 to 2 passages before you get a set of discretes. And it really does make a difference with time, I will tell you. Because having to do 6 passages in a row and then turn around and do like 5 discrete, by the time that I get to the discrete, I'm just so happy to not have to read a passage. Even though I like psych soc, I'm a little nervous because reading them back to back has me spiraling a little bit. But also just proud of myself for almost completing this. Always have to be positive or else. This coffee is not that good today. I feel like I put way too much milk. And the milk that I got, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I think my dad got me like a big giant pack from Sam's Club because I needed some. And it just has like no taste. It doesn't even have an almond taste. It just tastes like blandness. Okay, I'll be back when I finish. I just finished and I got a 70%. So let me see how many wrong that is. I got 9 wrong, which is 21 out of 30. I don't know why that score makes me more upset. I don't know, maybe because I thought I was doing well, but I guess we'll see what I got wrong, which statement provides the most likely explanation. But we have just officially completed our questions for the day. I scored higher in chemistry. Last time I got a 43%. I wish it let you review all of them at the same time. And then in biology last time, I got a 63%, so I did worse in biology this time, which I don't understand how that's been happening. Like, my biology scores have plummeted for some odd reason, and I think it's because last time I used Sketchy, and I just watched all the videos in a row. Can't win for freaking losing. And then I said that my cars was the same, and then let's see what I got for behavioral last time. Last time I got 73%, and this time I got 70. Oh my gosh. It really does feel like the more that I try, the worse that I get, and I don't know. I think I just have to look at it positively by realizing that getting questions wrong now is only preparing me to get them right come test day and in the future, and that's just where I have to leave it. But I'm going to take a break. When I come back, I need to review the rest of my full length, and then I'll start reviewing this. I'm going to see if I can find like a basic video on solutions in electrochemistry really quickly. Okay, I'm like actually so bothered by my biology. I need to see what's going on. What did I miss? So far, it's been a lot of second guessing when it comes to experimental procedure stuff and like understanding the experiment, but some of it is just pure not understanding. I don't know. I just have to keep telling myself that I have to study one set of my biology flashcards tonight to just feel okay about myself. I know I said I was thinking about not doing that, but like, there's just so much stuff to do in a day. But we officially checked off one thing off of the AAMC list of things that I have to do, which is Butamus. Alright, I'm spiraling. This is when you also know that you need to step away and take a break, but I guess it's just one of those things where it's hard to... Every time I see a score, I'm like... I'll come back when I finish reviewing my biology questions, and I'll see you guys then, and hopefully we'll still have time left in the day. Why am I still sitting here spiraling? I'm supposed to be on my break, but I just screenshotted all of like the questions so when I come back I can like do them, and take an hour break, do 15, take an hour break, do 15. And it's gonna be late as heck by then. Like... I feel like I'm always playing catch up. And so I kind of want to give myself a day of like no questions. And what better time would it be to just give myself Thursday and Friday to study and then start the question packs next week. But I can't do that because I have no freaking time. Maybe I just need to wake up early tomorrow, do them, and then review. I don't know. I just need to keep working and like not psych myself out and not get in my head. And I feel like if I could just do 15 biology tonight, that'll be fine. I don't know. I just feel like so like overwhelmed and like confused and like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't even have time to study the biology that I'm getting wrong because I don't have time. I'm moving on to the next thing. So I'm like, or it could just be the fact that this is only my second set of biology questions that I've even done from the AAMC. So maybe it's just like a learning curve. I haven't even reviewed the first set or the second. So like, why am I being so hard on myself? I don't know. I feel like I just need like a day. One day of like nothing new to catch up. But truth be told, I don't really have a day. But like if I want to see improved scores, I need to take that day. So the question is, give or take. Do I give myself tomorrow no new? I really feel like I could do it though. Because if I do half of one of the section Q packs, that's an hour and a half. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep working, but I'm not doing okay. I'm like spiraling just a tiny bit. Just keep working. My neck. First it was my shoulder, now it's the front of my neck. Can't win. Okay, as you guys could see, I just was studying. I finished 15 of the 30 biology reviews that I have to do, and now I'm about to take some Aleve for my muscle pain. How many of these do I take? Is anybody else like that? I'm gonna ask my mommy. Mom! How many can I take? Okay. Thank the world for mommies. Sometimes that really stresses me out. Like, one day, God willing, I'll be a mom. And I'll have to answer my kids. Like, how many do I take? 2. Hopefully I'll get it. I'll remember it by now. I mean, by then. But that's just, like, a lot of pressure. You have to know everything as a mommy. Clearly, I don't know everything because I'm over here studying for this exam. But yeah, my mom was like, Aleve helps with muscle pain. So... why am I putting that back? Also, my room is screaming for help, screaming for me to clean it, and I'm like, Bookie, it ain't finna get done until after this exam. Anyways, I'm probably gonna lay on my mom's love sack thing that she has for like 5 minutes and then get back to work. I was gonna eat dinner in between, but I think I just want to finish this up and then probably do a cars passage. I don't know, I did cars today, so technically I did my like quota, but a part of me feels like the cars was too easy. I don't know. I might not do any. I'm trying to be a little bit nice since I'm literally in pain. So I guess I'll see how it feels after the amount of time for it to like kick in or whatever. And then we'll go from there. And then even though we won't be together tomorrow, I think tomorrow I'm going to try to focus a bit on flashcards. And I need to do the next set of questions. But like low key, I like go back and forth every single day of what's the point of doing the next set of questions when I haven't even had time to study what I don't know versus... I've already done like one pass. Like I'm getting exposure and learning through the questions, which I think both are true. I just don't know where I exist on that line of like, do I push myself to do them or what? But once I finish reviewing this, I won't have to review the way that I've been reviewing, and I think I'm gonna get another massage. I sound so spoiled. It sounds so spoiled. And I want to sincerely apologize, but at the same time, like, I have to get this massage, okay? I literally, like, there's different levels of pain. There's pain where you're like, oh no, it's fine, like it hurts, but you're like, whatever, like I can just lay here and take it. And then there's other pains where it just like irritates you because you're not able to do whatever it is that you need to do. And then, you know, you have your pain where like you can't do anything. Like you need to go see a doctor, you need to go to the hospital, that type of pain. Thank God I'm not in that type of pain, but I'm also not in the first one where it's like it hurts but like it's manageable. I'm in that awkward pain where like it hurts. It doesn't hurt when I first wake up or whatever, so I know it's like me stressing myself out and like overworking myself, but once it starts hurting, I can't get it to like not hurt anymore. And it's even to the point where like when I'm laying down in bed, it takes me a good like hour for it to stop like feeling weird and like irritated and inflamed and hurting. So I'm gonna try to get another massage. And then after that, hopefully I can just chill a little bit more. I also will be getting a massage when this is all over and done with. I was thinking about this the other day, and I keep saying this. This is by far probably the hardest thing that I've ever had to, like, do and work for. And it kind of has me concerned because it's like, if you can't study all day for the MCAT, can you study all day for medical school? But I feel like it's a little bit different. I don't know. I could be wrong because I'm not there. But I feel like this is, like, really intense. Like, this is giving, like, the little sister of step 1. I don't know if that's a good way to describe it because I see people talk about step 1 and when I see people talk about it and they like are talking about how hard it is and all this stuff, I'm like, yeah, thank you for letting me know. And then I'm still going to sign up to take it. Like, you know, I don't know. I just feel like if this is something you want to do, you hear, you see, you take in, but you're still walking and running towards that goal, you know? And respect, because when I have people that are younger than me ask me about the MCAT, I know they hear, I know they see, and you know what's crazy, that I would never, like, tell anyone to not do it, though. I feel like if it's your dream, I always go back to that Michael B. Jordan, like, interview where he, like, said, like, how are you going to tell someone to give up on their dream? I always think about that in regards to myself, in regards to other people, and I feel like you can have multiple dreams in life. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this is my only dream, but I feel like if this is something that you wake up and you think about every single day, then why would you give up on it? Yeah, there's going to be roadblocks. Like, some people do really well in the MCAT, but they struggle with the interview. And some people do really well in the MCAT and the interview, but maybe they struggle with, like, getting letters of recommendation or research. Or there's so many different parts that I feel like you could struggle with. And some people, they might fly through this, and then they get into medical school and they realize, wow, I'm older, I'm wiser, I don't really have time to sit here. Maybe life kind of takes over. And they struggle in medical school to, like, sit down and, like, concentrate. And they don't really have people hovering over them like you do in, like, college and definitely in high school. So I feel like there's so many different things along the way that stump people up. Hopefully, God willing, this is my last thing. I have a feeling that it won't be, but you know, we can hope. So that's what I'm thinking about. But I just want to say that my shoulder's hurting and I'm probably going to take, after I finish this, take the rest of the night off. Cut myself off early. It's 8:17. I really am going to try to cut myself off at like 9:15. So the only other thing that I'll do, if I do anything else, is either cars or flashcards. And I might just end with flashcards because I can do those in bed. I didn't review the rest of the chemistry, so I will have to do that tomorrow. But the only reason is because I know I'm going to have to be like in like a fresh mindset to be able to sit there and figure out what the heck it is I don't understand about electrochemistry and watch videos. And that's just going to take some time. And I just didn't feel like doing that tonight, to be honest with you guys. I didn't think that I really could. So hopefully though I can get acquainted with the wording and the style and the questions of AMC and see if that is where like the disconnect is a little bit. I would love to be only getting maybe like 5 problems wrong instead of 13. If I could cut it in half, that'd be great. And like I said earlier in the car, my goal really is to just do maybe 2 to 3 points better in each section by this next practice exam, which we'll see each other Friday. I don't know why I'm yapping so much, but that is my goal. And if I could do that, then I will have increased my score drastically overall. So, and I really feel like I can. I just feel like I need to get 2 more points out of each section. I don't know. I haven't done the math, but I feel like I need to get like maybe 5 more problems right. We'll see. I'll come back and let you guys know. I'm gonna go back in the room and study. I did the math and it's about 5 to 7 more right. 7 in psych soc, 6 in cars, and about 4 in chemistry and biochem. So I think that's doable because I do make mistakes and like forget stuff. So that's like really burning my arm. I don't know why I try to hold the camera like that. I have to go. It's 9:55. I got stuck on a problem for like 30 minutes. And I'm calling it quits. I mean, I haven't even eaten dinner yet. This is like so time consuming and I have nothing left to give tonight. You get nothing more from me, Portia. I literally just feel like all the energy is zapped out of me. My shoulder kind of hurts, but like the medication is helping, so I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you guys Friday. Hopefully tomorrow I will get a lot of stuff done. But tonight I'm surrendering. Good night, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog.